Hi, my name is Wade. I moved in my camper full time. Come along with me while I travel to new places, try new things, and meet new people. The Manzanar internment camp was operational from 1942 to 1945 and today serves as a National Historic Site. It kind of sits here in this windswept valley as a reminder to the injustices committed against Japanese Americans during World War II. Right after Pearl Harbor was born, they were interned here. While operational, it housed about 10,000 men, women, and children. And as you're seeing here in the video, it includes a visitor center, a museum, and preserved remnants of some of the camp's buildings and landscapes. While here, obviously it was super duper windy and very, very cold. And looking at the buildings, they were pretty austere. And it reminded me to some degree of some of the other places I've visited that are similar to this, over in Poland and over in Prague. And there are similarities, though the scale clearly is different. You know, this is kind of what happens when humans lose touch of our shared humanity, what really brings us together, our common cause of the greater good. And I think that's reflected here in the camp, where the people who are interned here immediately created schools for their children, that created a system of governments for the greater of good. They started their own gardens so they can make sure that they could feed themselves. And this whole idea of kind of that we're all in this together is, I think, a human bond that helps create this cohesive community. And I think as we struggle with this in a modern society where you may not know your neighbors, you may not know the folks across the street as well as you should. And I think it's super important to particularly in the political discourse that we're in, to notice how much we actually do in fact have in common, how similar we are. After Manzanar, I headed over to the Olancha Sculpture Garden by J.L. Hoffman. I want to thank That Adventure Life for a little bit of context here. The first one I stopped at was basically the statue of give and take. There's kind of a statue where you can have two boxes, one where you can give and one you can take. And at the top is a little bit of mirror that allows you to judge yourself and your values over that. The second one is the hitchhiker, statue of a female with her thumb out, a suitcase, and a wrench around her neck. Basically, she's carrying the baggage of her life, but that wrench, she's going to go out there and explore life and fix it. And of course, the last one, more controversial, is the veil of secrecy. It's an issue of pedophilia and power and deception and how that affects the community. There's a lot of other great little sculptures I would highly recommend, kind of meandering around the area, you can probably, do it in 30 minutes to an hour. Easy peasy walk, and definitely a place to stop by, particularly after kind of the heaviness of Manzanar. Mavis and I ended up in Fossil Falls Dispersed Camping. Beautiful location. We were pretty tired, so we just kind of bedded down pretty quick. Went to some wonderful views, and then started the morning early. Jump. Oh, baby's all grown up. You did it, Maeve. Woo-hoo-hoo. Center. Post. Down. Up. Break. Who's the happy dog?